Ahoy! So here's me finished pimping my radio, so just want to show you what I did to it. As you can see, my patch antenna in here, and there's a part missing in there, so we'll get to that. So I shortened the sticks first. They looked even with those Futaba thumb rockers, whatever you call them, with them down completely. It still looked a bit too long, so I just cut off the 5mm of the sticks. My thumbs are not that long, so it feels more comfortable. Now, few other things. There's some usual mods like the stand that I cut in there. There's other usual mod is the battery. Once you take out this bit at the side, you can fit in the bigger battery, and it just about fits. It was a Turnigy 4-cell battery. I just took out cell by cell and modified it, and it just about fits. There's a 3 amp capacity battery in there, so it lasts me longer. As you can see, my Frisky module and antenna goes extended up to the front. So there's one little thing and there's another little thing. So what I did in here, like let's start from the reason that I'm a bit of an awkward fella, because when I get used to things to do, like it's comfortable to me, and I cannot do the other way. So I'm flying like this with my thumb, with my pointing fingers at the back, and I cannot reach these switches for the level or anything else. If I'll hold like this radio so I can reach these or the gear switch, it's very uncomfortable for me to fly, because I have to bend my thumb down for the throttle down. So I wanted to do the switches at the back. So there's one at the back just for the level, and here's what I did. I made a scroll switch from the pod instead of this one pod. That switch is a gear switch. I disconnected the gear switch and then I put in the flat switch in there. So I don't have it screwed on. I'm gonna show you. Come out, you bastard. Up. So, about the antenna first. There's my extended thing goes to the antenna. It is because, first of all, if I want to put the patch antenna on, when the module is on at the back, the patch antenna doesn't fit, because it's thicker than the standard whip antenna. And even if it would fit, it would be a bit of a problem for a patch antenna, because you just cannot bend it upwards because of a handle. So when I'm holding the radio like this, the antenna will be pointing down instead of pointing up. So that was one reason to put antenna somewhere at the front. So instead of putting on the handle, I just put instead of a pot. Now the pots, there's extended leads for the scroll pod connected to the servo connector to make sure I can take out the back, and there's a lead also to JXT, I think, whatever you call them, the connector from the gear switch. Right, so I took out the, hold on, there's my switch, just a normal flat switch. So I took out my pod, I disassembled it. It's a gear from a toy helicopter that my son broke it, and I just borrowed it. And as you can see, it's spring loaded it just about fits without touching the gimbal. So the reason why I did that, because when I fly my copters, when I fly fast forward, the copter tilts down, and if I at a lower level, all I can see is grass. So that would be my FPV camera to tilt it up when I'm flying down, and that's why the spring, that's why I put it loaded with a spring, because not to be confused where the camera is pointing. If I just let go, it goes back to the camera, goes back to the in line with the copter. So holding like this comfortably with my pointing fingers. So much for these mods. Now have to upgrade the tactile switch, and I have to look for a new pods, because if you check my earlier videos, I had a problem with this pod. No, all the other parts are working grand, but I had a problem with this one. It was just contacts were not touching each other, and on the screen when you're moving the stick, it was all jumping. So looks like sorted for now. We'll see how she will perform later on. By the way, I forgot to mention, I took out the JR port, the trainer port. I ain't gonna need it. So that's where my wire goes. So much for now, folks. Bye bye. Happy flying.